the Lakers should seriously consider targeting an underperforming Eastern Conference team for a major trade. And honestly, any team in LA's position would be smart to do the same. Now, looking ahead to the 2024-25 season, the Lakers are set to look surprisingly similar to their 2023-24 version. Remember, last season they finished with a solid 47-35 record in the tough Western Conference but got knocked out in the first round by the Denver Nuggets for the second year in a row. But here's the thing. Lakers president and GM, Rob Pelinka, has a real opportunity to rebuild this roster to something much more respectable this year. And believe it or not, there's an untapped potential lurking in the Eastern Conference that could help the Lakers solve their depth issues if they choose to explore it. Look at the Brooklyn Nets. They made it clear they're looking ahead to the future when they traded their best player, Mikal Bridges, to the New York Knicks for a handful of future draft picks. Now, here's where it gets interesting for LA. Despite Brooklyn's decision to tank, they still have several win-now players on their roster. Take former Laker, Dennis Schroeder. He played a key role in the Lakers' run to the 2023 Western Conference Finals and is now on an expiring $13 million contract. He's a solid playmaker and defender, and let's be honest, he could easily be an upgrade over Gabe Vincent, who only played 11 games for the Lakers last season. Then there's Cameron Johnson, a versatile forward who can give a significant boost on both ends of the floor. He's more athletic and well-rounded than players like Rui Hachimura or Jared Vanderbilt and could bring a real defensive edge. On top of that, there's Dorian Finney-Smith, another defensive swingman who could add more depth to the wing positions. He could back up Austin Reeves, start at small forward, with LeBron moving to power forward, or even take over the starting shooting guard spot, allowing Reeves to shift into the point guard role. And don't forget about center Nicholas Claxton. He's on an expiring contract as well and could bring valuable rim protection and energy to the Lakers' rotation, whether playing alongside or backing up Anthony Davis. Of course, other teams in a similar situation might be eyeing the same moves, which could drive Brooklyn's asking price up. But if the Lakers act fast, they just might be able to make some key upgrades before that happens. Bronny James, the rookie point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers, was drafted with the 55th pick in the second round of the 2024 NBA Draft, coming out of USC. Now, unlike Dalton Knecht, the shooting guard from Tennessee who was seen as a steal at the 17th pick, the 6'2" Bronny James was considered more of a gamble. As the oldest son of the legendary 20-time All-Star LeBron James, Bronny is known for his defense-first approach, but his athleticism in college didn't shine quite as much as it did in high school at Sierra Canyon. In his 25 games for the Trojans, including 6 starts, he averaged just 4.8 points per game on .366/.267/.676 shooting splits, along with 2.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists, and 0.8 steals. But here's the thing, LeBron's former Miami Heat teammate, Udonis Haslem, a 20-year NBA veteran, is backing a comparison Bronny himself has made. Bronny sees himself in the mold of Boston Celtics all-defensive guard Drew Holiday, a 2-time All-Star. During a recent episode of his podcast, The OGs, co-hosted with Lakers legend Shaquille O'Neal, Haslem had some high praise for Bronny's focus and mindset as he handled his first summer as a pro, which was filled with media attention. He's done a great job of just quieting the noise and focusing on what he can control. When he talks, he mentions being a Drew Holiday-type player. He can come in and make an impact like that, Haslem said about Bronny. Haslem continued, saying, when Bronny speaks, he's mature, he understands his role. He talks about being a guy like Drew Holiday. Not necessarily the top scorer, but someone you can't win without. He's like a Swiss Army knife, the kind of player who fights through screens, blows up pick and rolls, and can shut down a whole play. If he can come in and make that kind of impact, and build from there, I'm excited to see what he can do. Looking ahead to the 2024-25 season, Bronny will likely split his time between the Lakers and their G League affiliate, the South Bay Lakers. Even though he's signed to a fully guaranteed 4-year contract, the team is expected to treat him as a developmental player, focusing on his long-term growth. It seems like Lakers fans aren't the only ones amazed at the thought of LeBron James playing alongside his son, Bronny James. Even LeBron himself admitted that training with Bronny as a teammate has been a surreal experience. In a conversation on DraftKings' Gojo and Golic podcast, hosted by Mike Golic Sr. and Mike Golic Jr., LeBron shared how the reality of practicing with his son sometimes left him in awe. He revealed that, for the first time, he found himself distracted on the court. This week, we got back in the gym together for the first time as professionals, training and going head-to-head, LeBron said. And I gotta admit, there were moments I lost focus, just watching him, seeing him go all out. It really hit me. This is going to be an unbelievable year for both of us. LeBron is coming off another stellar season for the Lakers, playing 71 games, his healthiest stretch in years. The 6'9" star averaged 25.7 points on .540/.410/.750 shooting splits, along with 8.3 assists, 7.3 rebounds, 1.3 steals, and 0.5 blocks per game. Bronny's journey has been different, facing a tough season at USC. He averaged just 4.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists, and 0.8 steals across 25 games. As a rookie, he's likely to spend time with the South Bay Lakers in the G League, but it feels inevitable that father and son will eventually hit the court together this season in what could be a historic moment for both. According to a report by Dan Woik of the Los Angeles Times, the Lakers have decided to skip their usual pre-training camp, player-led minicamp this offseason. Last year, they held the camp in San Diego after reaching the Western Conference Finals in 2023. But this season, the team is coming off a 47-35 record, finishing 8th in the Western Conference, and a disappointing first-round playoff exit at the hands of the Denver Nuggets. LeBron James recently appeared on the Lakers' social media, working out in the team's weight room, which signals the end of his post-Olympic break. Woik explained that this extended summer, which both James and Anthony Davis committed to by playing for Team USA, has pushed back their off-season plans. While both players are back in the gym, things are going to look a bit different. The Lakers, for now, won't be holding their usual player-led minicamp. Woik suggested that maybe this is a perk of the team's continuity, or perhaps it's a recognition that they don't need to rush anything. It's more likely, though, that the Lakers are prioritizing rest for their two star players. LeBron James and Anthony Davis had longer off-seasons, but that's because they both played for Team USA in the Olympics. James, playing at small forward, was named tournament MVP and secured his third gold medal, while Davis outshined starting center Joel Embiid, proving that even at 31 years old, he's still a dominant two-way force. As they prepare for the new season, Davis, now 31, is about to begin his 13th NBA season, and LeBron, at 39, is gearing up for his record-tying 23rd. With all those playoff miles on their bodies, it makes sense for the Lakers to take it slow at the start. However, they'll need to be careful not to fall behind in the highly competitive Western Conference if other teams get off to a fast start. After a quiet summer without any new free agent signings, the Los Angeles Lakers seem to be placing their trust in first-time head coach J.J. Redick to help the team grow from within. This off-season, LA made only a few notable adjustments to the roster from their 2023-24 campaign. They selected rookie guards Dalton Knecht, an All-American from the Tennessee Volunteers, and Bronny James, who developed with the USC Trojans during the June 2024 NBA Draft. The Lakers also allowed point guard Spencer Dinwiddie and forward Taurean Prince to leave for minimum contracts with the Dallas Mavericks and Milwaukee Bucks. Meanwhile, they're giving center Colin Castleton a second chance on a two-way deal, while also bringing in forward Armel Traore and former number 33 draft pick center Christian Koloko to fill their roster spots. Additionally, players like Kyler Kelly, Quincy Olivari, Jordan Goodwin, and Sean East have reportedly signed Exhibit 10 contracts. Let's face it, the Lakers are likely to hover around the same 47-35 record they posted last season. Even with a new coach who appears to favor a modern offensive strategy and less unpredictable lineup changes, aging All-Stars LeBron James and Anthony Davis require more two-way, defense-oriented support, much like the team had during their championship run in 2020. However, it seems the Lakers might not have the assets to bring in the depth they desperately need. So, what if the Lakers took a different approach and considered a complete roster overhaul? Here are some trade proposals for team president Rob Pelinka. 1. A trade with the Pelicans. This would mark a surprising turnaround from LA's original deal to acquire Anthony Davis back in 2019. The Pelicans are still in win-now mode, but find themselves in need of a center after Jonas Valanciunas left in free agency. They also appear uncertain about the long-term fit of all-star forward Brandon Ingram alongside Zion Williamson, likely favoring a future with Williamson. While Ingram remains a valuable scorer, his defensive struggles may raise concerns for potential trade partners. By temporarily bringing back their former number 2 overall pick, the Lakers could aim to flip him for additional first-round picks in a future deal. 2. A trade with the Warriors. The Lakers would need to wait until after December 15th to pursue this trade, as Anderson was signed as a free agent this summer. Although Golden State may prefer to trade Moses Moody over the more promising Jonathan Kuminga, they might be too far apart on a contract extension to keep either player. Given James' age, the Warriors might hesitate to part with 3 future first-round picks, but his current talent level could justify the long-term risk. 3. A trade with the Heat. This deal could significantly enhance Miami's title prospects in 2025, as Austin Reeves would offer a more efficient and less ball-dominant alternative to Tyler Herro at a lower cost. Standing at 6'4", D'Angelo Russell could play shooting guard in some minutes alongside Terry Rozier, but would primarily serve as Rozier's backup at point guard. While Duncan Robinson is on a long and costly contract, his shooting ability could make him a valuable trade asset down the road. Ultimately, the Lakers would benefit from acquiring 2 first-round picks, pick swaps, and a second-round selection in this potential trade.